Carlos Otley 17, what's up? Let me just first start off by saying I just want to thank Roxanne Shante and Cutmaster Cool V for having me on the Roxanne Shante Have a Nice Day show earlier. Yeah, Savvy Davis Jr., I'm going to make this announcement. I made the announcement earlier on my live, but I kind of want to do it again to really make sure everybody really understands what's happening. So let me say this again. Once again, I want to thank Roxanne Shante, and I want to thank Cutmaster Cool V. I want to thank their producer, Quincy, for having me on Roxanne Shantae's Have a Nice Day show on LL Cool J's Rock the Bells Radio earlier. If you missed my live from earlier today, I made a big announcement on Roxanne Shantae's show, and I'm going to kind of repeat the announcement that I made. So, this October, we're in the month of October. We're at the tail end of the month of October. Back in October of 1993, myself and Big Daddy Kane, we did a show at Madison Square Garden, October of 1993. The name of the show was called the Budweiser Superfest. We was one of the only hip-hop groups, hip-hop acts on the show. And on that show in October of 1993, Big Daddy Kane brung out Scoob Lover, which was one of our dancers. Shout out to my man Johnny Famous. He brung out Shaheem the Rugged Child, and he brung out two rappers who would later become two of the greatest rappers of all time, the Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. Kane brung both of them on stage at Madison Square Garden back in 1993. And out of that live performance came this. If y'all remember this live performance, give me a fire emoji. So that was the infamous performance, iconic, legendary performance with Biggie and Tupac on stage with Big Daddy Kane back in October of 1993. Fast forward now, we are in October of 2023. It has been 30 years. Shout out to Wimpy B. It has been 30 years since that infamous live performance. Now, in case y'all don't know, I am the one that recorded that live performance. I recorded that live performance on a cassette tape at Madison Square Garden 30 years ago. I never forget when I recorded that performance, I had begged the sound man in the middle of the garden to let me record it. And he was like, yo, I'm going to let you record, but don't tell nobody. Of course, I had to tell the world once I recorded it. So I recorded the performance off a cassette. And when I recorded that performance off the cassette, then I put it on vinyl. Shout out to my man Steve and Ian from Tape Kings. If anybody remember Tape Kings, that was the distributor I used to put my mixtapes out with. And we pressed up the vinyl, put the vinyl out on Tape Kings, and I used to beg Funkmaster Flex to play the song, to play the freestyle on Hot 97. And Flex is like, I'm gonna get to it. I gave Flex like 6 copies of the vinyl back then, and Flex would never play it. One Sunday night, Flex had me as a guest DJ at the Tunnel nightclub. And at the Tunnel nightclub, when I was a special guest DJ, I played the Where Brooklyn at there. And Flex ran to the booth. Yo, what is this? What is this? I said, Flex, this is the joint I've been trying to give you for I don't know how long. I done gave you 6 copies of the record. Go back to your crib, look for the record, and get it on. Flex got it on Hot 97, and the rest is history. It became an iconic, legendary performance. So I'm going to play it again. Let me play it again one more time. Hold on, y'all. Let me play it one more time. This iconic performance from...
Very devastating news coming in this moment in time. DJ Mister Cee, a prominent fixture in the hip-hop radio culture, has passed on, according to a couple of reports that are actually coming in to report about this very sad news. TMZ and other online news platforms have come out to confirm this devastating story. Hot 97, the station where Mister Cee actually built his foundation, sent out their heartfelt statement to signify his life and career. They said in a very touching statement that as a family at Heart 97 WBLS, we are deeply saddened by the passing of our beloved Mister Cee. He wasn't just a DJ, but he was a pillar of our stations, bringing joy to countless listeners with his legendary Throwback at noon and Friday night live sets. The station added, Mister Cee's influence stretched far beyond the airwaves, shaping the very fabric of New York City's DJ culture. Our hearts are heavy as we send our love and condolences to his family and the fans whose lives he touched through his music. Rest easy, Mister Cee. Your legacy will live forever. 50 Cent actually also came out to defend Mister Cee in 2011, and then he had at the time a string of legal troubles, but he was among the notable hip-hop mourners, paying respect to the popular DJ's contribution to the culture. This gentleman, a legendary man, actually is credited for creating one of the biggest and most interesting and soothing non-stops. You can check it out on YouTube for Notorious B.I.G., one of the most legendary hip-hop non-stop playlists you can always listen to and enjoy. He was born as Calvin Lubrin in Brooklyn, and he started his DJing career for Big Daddy Kane, but he's largely credited for discovering Notorious B.I.G., like I've told you, in the early 90s, ahead of his signing with Diddy's Bad Boy Records. His best of BG mixtape is held as one of the greatest street projects to be released, and at the time of his death he was still actively working at the radio station and uploading his radio mixes to his SoundCloud account. You can check him out and also support his works. Rest easy, the king, that is DJ Mister Cee.